Heredity and Evolution. Learning about characteristics or traits transmitted to progeny. How are characteristics or traits transmitted to progeny? Genes are responsible for the characteristic features or traits of an organism, plant, or animal. The characteristics or traits of parents are transmitted to their progeny, offsprings, through genes present on their chromosomes during the process of sexual reproduction. Let us see the germination of pollen and fertilization. The male gamete and the female gamete carry one gene for each characteristic from the gene pair of their parents. But when a male gamete fuses with a female gamete during fertilization, they make a new cell called zygote with a full set of genes. This zygote grows and develops to form a new organism having characteristics or traits from both the parents which it has inherited through genes. Sex determination. A person can have a male sex or a female sex. The process by which the sex of a person is determined is called sex determination. Genetics is involved in the determination of the sex of a person. The chromosomes which determine the sex of a person are called sex chromosomes. There are two types of sex chromosomes. One is called X chromosome and the other is called Y chromosome. A male, man or father, has one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. A female, woman or mother, has two X chromosomes but no Y chromosome. The sex of a child depends on what happens at fertilization. If a sperm carrying X chromosome fertilizes an ovum or egg which carries X chromosome, then the child born will be a girl or a female. This is because the child will have XX combination of sex chromosomes. If a sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilizes an ovum or an egg which carries X chromosome, then the child born will be a boy or male. This is because the child will have XY combination of sex chromosomes. A trait or characteristic of an organism which is not inherited but develops in response to the environment is called an acquired trait. Acquired and inherited traits. If a beetle does not get sufficient food for a considerable time, its weight will be reduced due to starvation. The low weight of this beetle is an acquired trait of the beetle which has been acquired in response to the environment which contained insufficient food. Since there is no change in the genes or DNA of gametes, this acquired trait of low weight of beetle cannot be inherited by its offspring. A trait or characteristic of an organism which is caused by a change in its genes or DNA is called an inherited trait. Summary. Sex is determined by different factors in various species. In human beings, the sex of the child depends on whether the parental chromosome is X for girls or Y for boys. Variations in the species may confer survival advantages or merely contribute to the genetic drift. That is all in this topic, students. Now let us learn about evolution in our next topic.